Hey, what up everyone? Happy Day is back and we are back to continuing Little Red Lie. I'm sorry I haven't played this game in a while. I've been very busy with stuff like doing Slime Rancher and stuff like that, so hopefully you guys seem to be getting into it, so let's be getting into it. Let me put that over there. How are you, sir? Outstanding, sir. A real pleasure to meet you. First guy is always a guy, and he always has the same stupid shit-eating grin on his face. And even if he isn't a white guy, he always wants to do with all the white guy stuff. Talk to you like we're both wearing kilts at a wedding, give you that our grandfathers were brothers in the Great War type of nod. What a twat. And to boot, all he wants you is to see him beaming. He just wants you to know that he was impressed and that he is rare feat indeed. That's you, like him, are a naturally born master of the universe. And the worst part is that sometimes, through sheer force of irrational overconfidence, these guys succeed, and that they become the most insufferable people to ever live. The guys who never shut up about how hard they worked while they make internet videos pretending to buy houses for their single moms. Fucking hell. And that's why I really want to get this business off the ground. Sounds like I have a hell of a plan, Randy. May the rose rise to meet you. May the wind be at your back. Forget to sell that first guy a book. Oh well, I think this lady looks like a good candidate for the great reel, the birth of entrepreneurship. Oops. Arthur, it's wonderful to meet you. Nice to meet you as well, Kelly. I've just gotten back from Papua New Guinea and spent most of the flight listening to your audiobooks. Oh. A moment a woman started talking about travel, you know you're in a situation where you eventually have tactful cut them off. We call these ladies the flying and crying set. They're always going somewhere, always on a personal journey of enlightenment that amounts to the wonders of why living at airports doesn't seem to making them happy. And they always have a hidden fuck ton of money that came from somebody else. Or believe it is hidden. I don't know what they are thinking why anyone would buy that. Someone who spends practically all their time traveling could be anything but rich, but they always tell you that it's an event planner anyways, so you hate it, but these are also people that you really, really want to put up with. Individual stories may vary, but there's always whales, zeros of self-esteem, and when they dump money onto their own misery, trust me, they dump big. But what I've learned most of all is that I need to love myself. If you can't love yourself, who can you love? It's true. Thank you for tonight. Oh, I'll push this one. Start Rio, the Arthur fuck stood up master plan. Hey there, Arthur. You're so handsome in person. It was all for you, I promise. A couple of things I already know about this lady based solely on the flirt expert she gave me as she walked up. One, she does not have any social media profile picture that is not at least 10 years old, and at least one of them is one of those real estate looking agent faux glamour shots. Two, her former hotness in the accompanying photo of her white hot core of her credibility, some sort of sales job. Three, she was abandoned. Anyway, I didn't really fit with the whole cosmetic sales thing. I wanted to cut my own path. It is the road less traveled, but if you do it right, you can go all the way. Hang in there. For this guy, maybe Mission Reality? Is he selling different books to different people? Good evening. Good evening. Hello, Mr. Fox. Please take my card. It has one of the QR codes that can bring you right to my professional profile and resume. It isn't the immediate move to a business card that tips this guy off to me, though they are less common nowadays. No, it is the business card holder. That is the true mark of the contemporary insane working idiot. And the worst part of talking to these guys is that they actually mining your opinions for stuff to talk to other people about. They think they're really slick when they go, oh, tell me about that, because they think they've been flattened by running your opinion, plus now they have the chance to put a bunch of material to regurgitate on somebody else. But these morons don't have any actual thoughts of their own, and all they want is some vague promise they might find a job in the wage variety knowledge, but to a secret getting them to go away is that you can never imply that the job might be with you. Rather, the thing is more like, I know someone who might be looking for somebody like that. I know them very well at all, but I'll certainly pass your card on to them. That would be fantastic, thank you so much. I love your hustle, by the way. Yes, sir. This person has to be religious. I'll see if she wants the real spirit connecting with your real heart. Hello. Very nice to meet you, Mr. Fox. Your talk reminds me so much from my life. Oh yeah, the emphatic wisdom of people from wherever the fuck they're from. Actually, this shit is always weird enough to almost be interesting. So go nuts, lady. I need a breather. And I know you don't actually want me to say anything back. And that's when I knew that reconnecting my heritages was the key. It really is. Best of luck to you. I'll just close my eyes and pick a book at random, a fun challenge to see how I contextualize it with whatever the next dummy says. Hi there. Oh, hello. Ooh, a lot of words coming out of your mouth. These people might be the best. These people might be my favorite. Here we are, staring down at the barrel of wisdom business endeavors, in which a certain degree of charisma is an obviously absolute requirement, and that you can't even stop sweating past the simple hello. How strange is that so many people have no idea that that after 35 or 40 years old of crashing through one failure after another, it is because they succeed anything they have no helpless about the ambitions truly are. Do they have no idea how their alignment, their desires with their capabilities? Look at this guy. His shirt looks like a bath towel. The corners of his mouth are rife with some kind of undefinable crust. His jacket and his pants are hanging off him like he just walked out of a river. Why? Why are you here? Why do you want to do this to yourself? I'm sorry. I'm not usually so anxious. I know I can. Don't worry, Terry. You got this. Once you get things figured out, they'll never see you coming. Are you really real? Huh. I haven't really actually read this one, actually. Looks like it turned out alright, at least. Terrible title. How are you? Wow! It's an honor to meet you, Mr. Fox. I've read all your books. That makes one of us. The last person is always the same person. They mill around a bit, trying to look like they can't decide whether or not they want to talk to you. They like to try to demur, but the reality is that they hope you'll notice how deeply conflicted they are and remind it for later. It also helps in practical terms, because twirling around like an autistic ballerina ensures that you will actually be at the back of the line. And this person always has the same story, something emotional, someone died, they almost died, so on and so forth. But this person is easy to deal with because they don't even actually have anything they want from you. All they want is to feel like they're more tragic than anybody else. All you have to do is play to them like they're special as they think they are. I just hope you know that. I hope you know how much you meant to me. Carl, I can't believe to tell you how touched I am to hear that. Thank you. I'm so glad we had the chance to talk after everyone else was gone. That must have been such a difficult time. It was. It really was. I don't think I've ever heard a story as tough as yours. You really put what I do in perspective. You're the kind of person got into this business to help. And then, of course, they cry. They cry, they cry, and cry, which is perfect because then I have a reason to cry. Namely, how worthless they are. As soon as they start, I start to really feel how stupid and fucked up and pointless their lives are compared to mine, and it all comes out. They're crying at themselves, and I'm crying at them too. It's a thing called empathy. And then, before you know it, they're gone. And he's alone. Still, as much as I hate all these people and to only to talk to them because they gave me money to do so, a strange emptiness washes over me for the second that all of them are gone. It's like all of a sudden I'm alone as I actually am. Sure, I got a wife, I got a family, but they need me. All these people, they all need me. What if I needed someone? Who the hell is there for me? Lucky? Sure, I'm lucky. Lucky to be strong enough to handle all this. The kind of luck I would have gotten would break most people like a twig. But who cares? Who cares about me? Another day, another respectable sized fuckton of morons, hopefully relieved of their money. At least I hated every single one of them. Jeez, that's weird. He's he's just a big ball of energy, isn't he? Night by Night. Ooh. By Sarah Stone. Oh, this is the girl now. Okay, cool. When you absolutely need to talk to her, you only guaranteed a way to set your alarms for 2 a.m. Now that's a cool alarm. You wake up, shake the webs, and then took a look at the internet to see if she started posting things. As soon as you see you start to flood in, you know it's time. Alright, time to read social media sites in the dead of night. Always riveting. If she's on, I'll pick Bobo up and take him down with me. That should get my foot in the door without too much argument, at least. After the suicide attempt, I started tracking her online, keyword alerts, things like that. Sometimes I've been watching what she does online as she sits in the same room as me. Mom and Dad do most of the looking out for her day by day, but this felt like the one thing I could do. Not to mention, it's the last thing I want them to have to wait to do. God knows I don't enjoy it. They don't understand online persona. The weird bullshit alchemy of negative personal trait exaggeration. They will agree that she's shaking and crying over some political catastrophe, and I think that she actually might start crying. Nope. She's sitting there eating a Cobb salad, and if she has any idea I'm watching her, you never know. Even if she occasionally locks everyone out, she always comes back. You can only have privacy if you're willing to give up the attention of strangers, something you never, ever will do. Alright, I see her on there. It's showtime, Bobo. Use Bobo as false pretense. Ooh. Alright. Bobo is one of those cats that will jump up and sit next to you anywhere, but if you're trying to pick him up, forget it. Plus, he's a strange way of knowing if you're going to try. Okay, time to take you home, pal. I'm just coming down to pat you on your head, I promise. Oh, shit. At least I heard him running back downstairs. That's a good way. You might be able to see in the dark, Bobo, but I literally know this house with my eyes closed. I know where everything is, even if I can't see it. If she's really up and actually awake enough to consider communicating, another sign is that she's really eaten. She won't be for days and then suddenly will. In other words, the kitchen would be a wreck. I'll take a look. There's a plate on the table. It sounds crazy, but we have to make sure she brings plates back upstairs. The flies down here won't be bothering anybody but her. But once saw a mouse, Dad went nuclear. If we do this thing, I know where all the dishes are now. If I see one out in the wild like this, I mentally subtract it from where I look in the cabinets, and I hunt them down if they're missing from Dad, or Dad can't find them. I meditate between the two of them without a certain extent, but believe me, that situation was way too much. I'm not doing this for either of them. I gotta live here too. Okay. I'll check the fridge first. If stuff is gone, she's definitely up. Oh. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Doesn't seem to be anything missing. Maybe I should take her something? No, stop it. God damn it, this is important. She has to talk to you. Break down the fucking door if you have to. What the hell are you enabling her for? I've seen enough. Time to go downstairs. Jeez, she needs to. Alright, we're going downstairs to talk to your sister, who's a freaking psychopath. Hopefully, we can, Jesus, it's freezing down here. She left the windows open again. Why can't she smoke uncomfortably outside like everyone else does? Can't say I blame you for sitting on top of the warm dryer, Bobo. Hopefully that'll keep you from running. And of course, the draft of the window open means the door up there slams shut, which means Mom and Dad will both wake up, inquiring will be made, and all that fucking sneaking around was for nothing. God fucking damn it. There was more to the story of my sister, of course. More than the sexy stuff about being her tragic attempts and heroic road to recovery. The bills and the stress from all of it threw away everything into disarray. My mom has MS, and that means it has been in remission before I was born. But of course it came back. My dad has insurance that was supposed to cover anything and everything. But of course it didn't. The years went by, and the isolation and dysfunction only became more taxing and worse. And the cost of it rises. The darkest of secret gains momentum somewhere deep inside of you. That secretly you don't even think anything is actually wrong with your sister. Her soul and her heart are merely covered in rust. It's been so long since she's been a person she no longer knows how. And for someone who doesn't even seem to want to be alive, She certainly has no remorse about ruining the lives of people who do. But you keep the thorn inside tumbling around. Don't worry, Bobo. I'll still make sure you get back in, okay? The temperature would kill you. Gee, I can barely see anything in here. What? Bobo was right there. Okay, where? Oh, there's Bobo. I'm just gonna pat your head, Bobo. It's just my friendly, slow-moving hand. Shit. Jesus. It startled the shit out of me. What are you doing down here? One of your cats escaped. I think I heard him running back to your room as soon as you opened the door. He's probably hungry. Fine. Good night. Melissa. I have to talk to you. Text me. No. Talk. Well, you can't come in right now. Danny is running a raid group. He needs total concentration. Melissa, I just saw Danny said the raid is super easy. If you knew how serious this was, you would have played a better card than that. All I have to get through is swearing at me a few times. Upstairs, then. Fuck off, Sarah. I'm busy. It's about money. What money? The money. Our money. Fine. What about it? Melissa, we're standing in the laundry room. It's freezing out here. Fine. Just give me a minute. You're coming up? No. You come in. Just wait 2 minutes. Okay. As much as I don't want to stand in the freezing cold for 2 minutes, I probably want to see the inside of that room right now, even less. Besides the garbage everywhere that Melissa probably is tidying up right now, I never know what I'm going to see when I set foot inside that place. My sister goes on one delusional passion to the next. You can see the boxes that came in stacked chaotically outside her door. I guess the funny is that she's a stereotype, right? A loser who lives in their parents' basement. But for her, millennialism is closer to camouflage than concaution. Even in the best of possible worlds, the wildest of social utopias, I assure you, she'd be right there, and probably forever. Wow. Well, here goes nothing. At the very least, I have to find a way to put her in a better mood first. Put Kane's sister into conversation. Alright, let's see. Alrighty. Have you ever noticed that people who love to smoke pot are so enthusiastic about how innocuous and not addictive it is, and they spend all their money on it and smoke it every single day? I can't think of a flattering way to discuss this. What I really like to drill her on is if she honestly thinks there should be mixing this stuff with 10 quazillion antidepressants she takes. But I've had that conversation with her before. There's no proof it does any harm. If that any means things, you ought to give her your best shot. I just better let this one go as a topic of cheerful conversation. It is also a bad preference to a discussion on cutting back spending. I've got a better chance of getting her to cut back on breathing than I do on this. What are you staring at? Nothing. You are acting like a fucking nutjob right now, Sarah. Okay. What is that? It's fucking condoms. Wait, is that? Oh, what the fuck? If she took 2 minutes to clean up before me letting me in here, what the hell was she doing in here? It was bad enough for me to make the cut. I say this is not. I don't know if the answer, but leaving out these isn't some kind of twisted showing off. I don't have anything more to say about this. I don't even want to think about it. Yep, those are condoms. Try something else, I guess. Before she was suicidal, Melissa won some kind of mental health award for the big game streaming corporation of some sort of thing she did on the internet. Ironically, I blame the internet for a whole lot of what Melissa became. People were never meant to be continuously wired into a pain of others like that. In theory, it's supposed to make you more empathetic. In practice, it makes the whole world feel like stepping on glass. I've never understood what she gets out of this posturing about accepting herself to begin with. The way I see it, if you got nothing to be happy about, the least you can do is signify it. Keep your head down. Mind your own business. She doesn't understand that these people. Doesn't she understand that these people are laughing at her? Still, she gave me a speech and everything. It was the closest to her old self we've seen in a long, long time. It was funny, smart, interesting. But she isn't funny or smart anymore. Now she's just cruel. Maybe she did realize that all those people were laughing at her. I'm actually not even going to touch this one. I don't know why she decided to get it out and put it on display like this, but I don't think asking the question will lead anywhere good. Alrighty. What about the poster? Melissa really insults the hardship of ugly people when she says she is ugly. But I can't talk to her about this. The entire bias of her belief is her own unattractiveness is my fault, apparently. There is both a really long and really short version of this, and this is the really short one. She wishes her hair was straight. Nobody wants to believe her self-complexion problems that are simple, but I guarantee you that she would be immediately happy if her hair was straight. Everyone reflective says, it isn't that simple. It isn't that straightforward. Tell that to the fat people. Tell that to the people with severe birth defects. You don't think their lives would be better? Have you lost weight? No. Wait, what are you saying? When did I gain weight? Shit, abort. I don't know. Something about you just looks good. Maybe I don't know what it is. I'm not even wearing makeup. She's definitely wearing makeup. Okay, this one was a bad road to go down regardless. Okay. Who the fuck is this? Okay. She never uses this tablet. Plus, I'm pretty sure the last phone she bought is half the size and a gajillion times the power. The tablet never leaves the table, but the phone never leaves her hand. Actually, this gives me an idea. My sister keeps an internet wish list upon people who watches her play games can't buy her things. I think it'll make her happy because it rings all of her bells. Feeling famous, having her phone ping, and getting something new that she thinks she wants. Most of all, I think she enjoys it because that makes her feel like a moment, like she's actually the person who wants to buy herself this imagine she's cool, edgy, sexy, whatever. It's a lot happier for everyone involved in the reality. A lot happier than the thought that you had buying overpriced underwear for a sad aging woman in pajamas who lives mostly of her life in a 10-foot area between a bed, a screen, and a washroom. Then again, I guess people who are uncomfortable with an imaginary life wouldn't watch her to begin with. I can't really afford to buy most of the stuff, but maybe something small. Alright, hopefully she can't see my email address. There. I think I just saw her smile. I really feel disgusted about this, but I hope it was actually necessary. Maybe I should tell her how cool this thing is compared to the other one. Do people really argue about this stuff? Ah, maybe this will work. Maybe this is the thing she knows a lot about. Have you watched any good movies lately? Hundreds of things. These are literally hundreds of things. My backlog is so deep at this point, it's depressing. You think a backlog is bad with movies? Try having one with games. True. Thank God no everybody watches me play more than the same 3 games over and over again. That wasn't too bad. At least I managed to get her multiple senses if ever. The only problem with that is I don't know anything about this stuff that I can draw it out any further. I have to try something else. Alrighty, let's see what else. Oh, Danny. Danny boy, whose name must not be spoken. If you notice how much we avoid talking about my sister is because of how pissed is off my dad. Try to imagine how much he enjoys spurred to think about the guy from the internet who moved into his basement with her. And you know what the worst part is? He's actually a semi-decent guy, or at least a lot nicer than anyone she ever went out with. Totally harmless, arguably benevolent, and not mean to Melissa at all. And for whatever reason, she seems to be able to be around him where he doesn't even see. And when my sister was in the hospital, he was there every day. As much as we all hated him in person, I don't think my father will let him go. I wouldn't say he's family, but he's something. It's just tough to say who he really is. How's it going, Danny? Hey there, Sarah. How are things going? Things are going awesome. Thanks. Because you were wearing the same disgusting diaper and you put butts in refilling allergy returns of water. That game looks really, really cool, Danny. Have a good time. Thanks. Let me know if you want to give it a shot sometime. Great. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna be nice to me because I'm nice to Danny. If anything, it runs the risk of me making her jealous. What else can I do? Over here, maybe? No. This is the best place to talk to her. This room is the only place in the world she feels safe. I don't know what else to talk to her about. You want to watch something? Alright. There's nothing in the world that my sister will not make about herself. In fact, the more something is completely and solely her fault, the longer and the intenser the conversation will find herself in her and how much it will not. This is why she burns through people. It's why we don't bother accusing her anymore. It mostly comes about her depression or the week she has been having or someone else who put her off balance. Whatever thing she did, and whoever is affected, gradually drifts from being the thing that you think you were talking about to a subatomic sidebar, the real topic at hand. Her. Still remember the time we were sitting in the living room trying to figure out how to get out of some horrible scam she had landed in, and she walked in filming us live for one of the internet challenges to announce that she really was going to accept herself and needed to say that we were all really to accept her too. She turned the front-facing camera around and pointed at us. I watched the lightning burst of incense from complete strangers go by. Rather than humiliating her, we played along as best we could. So what is it? It's pure, uncontrollable narcissism, a brilliant bit of misdirection, a non-brilliant bit of misdirection that she knows or doesn't know and nevertheless grinds down anyone who doesn't come along enough? It doesn't matter anymore. There's no more money, and in the end, it is always, always money. That sets right where everything she does wrong. I either get this message through or we fall down, and nobody in the world is less prepared to fall like that than her. What time is it? I don't know. 7:30? Something like that? Don't you have to go to work? Yeah, maybe. I might call in sick. Did you get fired? Melissa, you have to stop buying stuff. You have to. This is not a joke. Holy shit. You did get fired. How much did you owe on your credit card right now? How much do you owe on your credit card right now? Melissa, this is serious. You know perfectly well I don't know anything. How much, Melissa? I don't know. Maybe 3,000? Not a lot. Alright, I'll talk to Dad. If I can read between the lines of what he's saying, I think we should be alright. I think that he can pay that off more than one time. But this is it. You've got to go back to zero and you gotta stay there. Because if you go under again, the money will literally not be there. It's gone. It's over. It doesn't exist. If you go back under, it will not get paid. Serious shit will start happening to you in your life. Do you understand? It might get closer to 7,000. Jesus, Melissa. What? I only told you less because I wanted you to take care of it alright. I wanted to take care of it myself, alright? Take care of it? How? I did a fundraiser last year. I told my community that I needed help. They would. They wouldn't know anything about it. But some people understand that it's not a stigma to be poor and disabled. I can't stand them making money for someone that makes you suffer. Plus, all the traveling like 9 of those geek conferences last year, we both know that money is just from creepy guys who want to fuck you. Jeez. Can't stand that you make money from something that makes us all suffer. I'll do this one. I wish you wouldn't do that. No, I shouldn't. I know. Sarah, did you get fired? I never appreciated it until right now the plan it really was for the mom and dad for after mom and dad passed away. Dad was right. She's just moved on to tell me. No, I'm just not sure they're gonna renew my contract. What a bunch of fucking assholes. After everything you've done for them? Yeah. Well, it's a business. I thought they were gonna be going on about how it was a family. You sound so fucking seashell when you say shit like that. Now you're trying to sound attached, like you've never were attached in the first place, and you why serious people don't take you seriously. No, this is family. It's your family. And you're the only one and I'm the only one, we need you. I need you. I know. Jeez, that was a really heart to heart. Sisters, jeez. Technicalities by Arthur Fox. Do you think there was ever anything misgenic about my presentation earlier? I hope so. You have to treat it with a degree of subtlety. But it was really works and invent sexy, convening women in your pain example of when you want to get message from that across. There are a few factors to it, but the cornerstone of the audience is most angry single men and ugly single women. I'm sure you can figure out the rest. But I'm glad you picked up on it because it ties in perfectly what I'd like to tell you now. Before we get too far into this thing, I'd like to offer some context regarding the vile thing I plan on continuing to say about women, minorities, gay people, retards, and whoever else. Whoever else is hilarious, basically. I'm not stupid. I'm fully aware that many of these things are offensive to some people. It isn't some wild things to believe that there are so sincerely and earnestly believing and affirming the worth and dignity of other human beings. But it is precisely and sincere and earnest that I want to talk about. Specifically, the fact that I do not have any. To fight for anything because you think they are true, and you fight against the things that you think are false. But I don't care if things are true or false. I believe the purpose of stating something that is make another person do something that you want to do to them. So you can go ahead and hate me all you want, but you are boxing with a shadow. I don't actually believe anything I'm saying. When it makes sense to say black people are the greatest people who have ever lived, I'll say it. When it serves a greater gain to say that they've scum of the earth, I'm happy to do that. If you really want to be a shining light in the darkness, maybe you don't have to have a lot of friends or something. I don't know. The question you should be asking is why not say such awful things. The question should be asked why, despite of all the pain they cause, these things that you're going to see me express are absolutely the best, most productive, most victorious, and most importantly, most ludicrous things to say. And if I was to be good, I would be it. But it's not. I could go for a quick wank. Wow, for this also. I wonder if there's anything decent material around here. Okay, well, actually, I'm gonna end this episode here. Sorry I upped the volume at like the last part. Hopefully, you guys could hear the music and the effects and stuff like that throughout the whole thing. So hopefully, you guys are liking this series. I'm really liking this. I really like the back and forth between the two stories and stuff like that. So hopefully, you guys are liking this series. If you do, leave a like, comment down, subscribe below. Put a big smiley face and make sure I make your day as happy as possible. And I'm trying to find new outros and stuff like that, so stay happy, everyone. Hopefully that works. Stay happy.